Everyone, welcome to the lecture on rotary endodontics part 1. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the design characteristics of nickel titanium files. NITI has gained a lot of popularity in the recent times, mainly to make rotary endodontic files. This is due to their specific unique properties such as shape memory and super elasticity. So what makes a NITI so special? It is an alloy that exists in two crystal structures, austenite and martensite. The transitions from one crystal lattice to another makes NITI super elastic and as well as give its shape memory. NITI is very biocompatible and resistant to corrosion. Endomotors are used for running the NITI files. These endomotors are of continuous rotation type or reciprocal motion type or hybrid type. Most of the endodontic files are used in continuous rotation, but there are certain files such as reciproc and wave1 which are used in reciprocal rotation. So let's look at a NITI instrument design, the specific characteristics. So the main important design characteristic is a tip design. NITI file tip design or cutting tip can be an aggressive tip or a non-aggressive tip. The advantage of an aggressive tip is that it has the ability to enter narrow and somewhat calcified canals, but there are chances of the file going beyond leading to perforations. It may also create an elliptical tear which is very difficult to repair and obturate. Most of the NITI files these days have non-aggressive tip, so there are less chances of going beyond the apex. Going long enough with the non-cutting tip will create a concentric circle at the end of the root. These are easily filled with non-standardized tips. So again, as I said, most of the cutting tips for the rotary files are non-cutting tip. Files can have three types of taper. One is constant taper, second varying taper, and progressive taper. In constant taper, the instrumentation of the root canal is done by files of same taper but with varying apical diameter. So there are less number of files required to reach the desired apical diameter, but with constant taper there might be more frictional resistance. In varying taper, the instrumentation of the root canal is done by files with varying or graduating tapers. The idea behind using a variable or graduating tapers is that each successive file only engages minimal aspect of the root canal. Either it can be middle third, coronal third, or apical third. So therefore, the frictional resistance is reduced and requires less torque to properly run the file. The disadvantage of using a varying taper is that you may have to use many files to reach a desired apical preparation. The third type of taper is a progressive taper. Here, some systems features a progressive taper along its shank. One of the benefits of using such a design, according to the manufacturer, is reduced torsional loading. Torsional loading. One more important characteristic of a rotary instrument is rake angles. Rake angle are very important and affect the cutting efficiency of the instrument. The rake angle is the angle formed by the cutting edge and a cross section taken perpendicular to the long axis of the instrument. Rake angle can be a positive rake angle or a negative. A positive rake angle is the angle if the cutting edge is trailing beyond the perpendicular, whereas a negative rake angle is a rake angle if the cutting edge is beyond the perpendicular drawn to the cross section. A positive rake angle will cut more efficiently than negative rake angles which scrape the inside of the canal. But the problem with the positive rake angle that it may result in digging and gouging of the dentine and also can lead to instrument separation. One more important characteristic of rotary instruments is radial land. Radial land is a surface that projects axially from the central axis between the flute spaces. A full land keeps the file centered in the canal and maximizes the strength of the instrument as well as, but it may encounter more friction. Whereas a recessed land, there is a less friction and minimizes the resistance when the file is moving inside the canal. Radial line feature is a very critical aspect to the instrument. The less the blade support, which is the amount of the blade behind the cutting edge, the less resistant the instrument to the torsional or rotary forces. It is a combination of non-cutting tip and radial line that keeps the file centered in the canal. Most rotary files derive their strength from the mass of the material in the core. Peripheral strength can also be added to the file by extending the width of the radial land. Design characteristic, which is helical angle. Helical angle is the angle that the cutting edge makes with the long axis of the file. Files with constant helical flute angle allows debris to accumulate, particularly in the coronal part of the file. Additionally, the files that maintain the same helical angle along the entire working length will be more susceptible to effects of screwing in forces. By varying the flute angles, debris will be removed in a more efficient manner and the file will be less likely to screw into the canal. One more characteristic, which is a pitch. Pitch is the number of spirals or threads per unit area. Screws historically have a constant pitch. The result of having a constant pitch and a constant helical angles is a pulling down or sucking down into the canal. This is particularly significant in a rotary instrumentation when using files with constant taper. Files with variable pitch and helical angles, the result is a dramatic reduction in the sense of being sucked down into the canal. Various types of fracture which can happen in rotary instruments and the role of the design characteristics in these fractures. The first fracture is a torsional fracture. Torsional fracture is a fracture which occurs when an instrument tip or any part is locked inside the canal while the shank continues to rotate. When the elastic limit of the metal is exceeded by the torque of the handpiece, the fracture of the metal is or the fracture of the tip is inevitable. Whereas a cyclic flexural fracture is a fracture is caused by metal fatigue. The instrument does not bind in the canal in this type of fracture, but it rotates freely in the curvature, generating tension or compression cycles at the point of maximum flexure until the fracture. As an instrument is held in static position and continues to rotate, the instrument shaft on the outside is in tension, whereas the half of the shaft on the inside is in compression. These repeated tension compression cycles caused by rotation in curved canals increases cyclic fatigue over time and lead to instrument fracture. Looking at various technical aspects which has impact on fracture of the instruments, it's a common belief among the practitioners that rotary files fracture easily. This perception is based upon anecdotal evidence diffused via informal communication. Research has shown that in one research study which was done on 7159 discarded NITI instruments from 14 endodontists, the fracture rate was only 5%. Arenas et al. Found that it is as low as 0.9% with 786 in new files which has been used only once. Studies have shown that retained fracture stainless steel files is about 1.6%, range is 0.7 to 7.4%, whereas in NITI files it is 1%, range from 0.4 to 3.7%. So it indicates that there is lower incidence of fracture of NITI files compared to stainless steel files. The instrument design also has an impact on the fracture of the instruments. It depends upon the cross-sectional area and file design. Files with larger diameter may succumb to flexural fracture and they appear to have greater internal stress accumulations. But they also have increased resistance to torsional failure, whereas a smaller diameter files are more susceptible to torsional failure. Initially, advent of NITI files had U-flute design. It was more flexible but were more susceptible to torsional failure. But nowadays what we see are triangular cross section where the stresses are lower and more evenly distributed. The other factors which play an important role in the fracture of the instruments are composition of the alloy as well as instrument size and taper. If you look at the dynamics of the instrument use, higher speed will cause more fracture. We cannot certainly say like that, but some studies indicate that higher speed may lead to higher incidence of fractures. Higher speed will only decrease the time required to each maximum number of cycles before fracture. So it is a suggestion that to use electric low torque motors and follow manufacturer instructions when using the NITI files. Beruti et al. Found that rotary NITI files worked better at higher torque, speculating that auto reverse function at low torque may result in unnecessarily stored stresses, thus reducing the instrument useful size. Bahaya et al. Found that accumulation of internal stresses did not produce unfavorable changes in the superelastic properties of NITI but will eventually lead to fatigue failure. Yared et al. Observed that high torque was safe for experienced operators and less experienced operator would benefit from low torque. So I suggest whatever is a torque setting, light apical pressure and brief use of instruments may contribute to prevention of fracture of rotary NITI instruments as may a continuous pecking motion. Canal configuration also plays a very important role in fracture of the instruments. As the radius of curvature decreases, incidence of cyclic fractural stress increases. As the angle of curvature increases, incidence of fatigue increase of fracture increases. Complex root canal anatomy like double curvature may also lead to torsional failure. Avoid taper lock and clicking sound when using rotary files for root canal preparation or instrumentation. Clicking sound produced by repeated binding and releasing of rotary instruments during canal preparation, which together with repeated locking of the instrument during dentin removal could subject the instrument to higher torsional stresses leading to instrument fracture. So suggestion is the vertical load on the instrument decreases with instrument design that minimizes the contact between the instrument and the root canal wall. Pre-flaring of the root canal walls using hand instruments or glide path files will reduce this vertical load and prevent the taper lock as well as clicking sound. How many number of times rotary files can be used? Partially fatigued instruments under magnification has revealed fractures associated with surface flaws. Prolonged cyclic use of rotary instruments significantly reduce their cyclic flexural fatigue resistance. Suggestions studies have indicated that NITI instruments can be worked safely for 10 canals of 4 molars, but the number of users also depend on other factors like instrument properties, canal morphology, and operator skill. So most of the manufacturers suggest the rotary files to be used only once to prevent the instrument fracture within the canals. Cleaning and sterilization process of these NITI files, there is no consensus yet in the literature, but it seems not to be an important factor in the fracture of NITI instruments. Sodium hypochlorite can cause corrosion, but not to that level. It can significantly affect the torsional failure or cyclic fatigue failure. Summary of guidelines for use of NITI instruments. Whenever you're using a NITI instrument, ensure a straight line access and good finger rest. Always create a glide path and patency with small files, especially with 10 size hand files or a rotary glide path files. Use crown down shaping technique depending upon the instrument system. Use stiffer, large, stronger files such as Orify Shaper to create a coronal shape before using narrower, more fragile instruments in the apical region. Use light touch only, ensuring never to push hard on the instrument. Use a touch, retract or pecking motion with increments as large as allowed by the particular canal anatomy and instrument design characteristics. Do not hurry instrumentations and avoid rapid jerky movements. Beware of clicking. Replace finals sooner after every use in narrow and very curved canals. Examine files regularly during use, preferably with magnification. Keep the instrument moving in a chamber flooded with hypochlorite when using. Avoid keeping of the file in one spot, particularly in curved canals and with large and greater taper instruments. Practice is essential when learning newer techniques and newer instruments. So this is all about NITI instruments, their design characteristics, and the guidelines when using a NITI instruments. In the next part 2 of rotary endodontics, I'll be discussing more on different file systems which are available in market. Thank you very much.